Hi, my name's Andrew Sales. I'm speaking to you from the Mint Methodist Church in the middle of Exeter in the UK. This is the first of a series of podcasts we're doing from the Exeter Coast and Country circuit. That's the group of Methodist churches in and around Exeter. And we've been thinking quite a bit as a local group of churches about what it means to be the church today. And we thought one of the ways we could get into this was to do a bit of Bible study around the Acts of the Apostles, and that of course is the story of the original early church at its very beginning. We thought if we get a bit more of a handle on how the early church worked, well, maybe that would help us understand what it means to be church today. Now, the Acts of the Apostles have got 28 chapters in it, so guess what? We're going to have 28 podcasts, and I hope you're going to join us every day for 28 days as I and other colleagues, lay and ordained from around the Methodist churches locally, will be leading thinking, one podcast, one chapter each day. This one's actually going to be a bit longer than anybody else's because of this introduction, but by and large we're aiming at 3 or 4 minutes for each chapter, just to give you a flavour of the book of Acts and what it might mean for us. You might find it helpful to have a Bible with you, either to read the passage through before or afterwards. And I don't know how familiar you are with Scripture, but if you turn to the back part of the Bible, you come to the New Testament bit, and there you find Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, the 4 versions of the story of Jesus. Now, 3 of those are just the Jesus story, but Luke, the 3rd gospel, he actually, when he's got to the resurrection after the death and the resurrection of Jesus, he then writes a sequel, which might have been called Luke chapter 2, volume 2, but actually it's known as the Acts of the Apostles. And Luke takes on the story after the resurrection as the young church starts to spread the good news of Jesus all around the early world. It written, not exactly sure when, but probably somewhere in the 80s or thereabouts, and it's the story of the early church.